Happy New Year.
Why are you doing it like that? Why can't it just be normal?
Happy New Year.
Okay, go
Right.
on.
Happy New
Happy
Year.
New Year.
And welcome to formerly known as the Bencher Movie Club, that is now Just That Film.
Yes, and we've named it Just That Film because we usually focus on just one film. So at least then you know what you're getting. If there's a film that you like out there and you'd like us to watch it, we do a deep dive, we look at trivia, cast, everything, box office, and we give our honest opinion, then feel free to email us at
justthatfilm@gmail.com.
Yeah, and while you got a second, please press like and subscribe, please, because we don't make any money out of this.
Yeah, well, that's not far that anyway, is it? It's just
well, eventually, hopefully.
Well, no.
Please like and subscribe, and then we'll know. We'll know who you are.
Well, hopefully you like the new beginning as well, because if you see the beginning of this and the end credits, you'll see that there's like the amount of different types of films that we're going to be covering or have covered. So anyway, yeah, so new year, new start. So today we're going to be talking about the 1982 film Scrubbers.
Yes, directed by Mai Zetterling, who was more known as an actress, but she did do directing as well. She was in Frida and The Witches. She was Helga in The Witches, because she was Swedish anyway. Okay. Sadly died 1994, age 68, of cancer in London. The film stars loads of upcoming actresses, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I think this was Kathy Burke's screen debut.
Yeah, I think she was 17. It was her first, the first thing that she done.
She's sort of like a big comic relief in it.
She's quite funny, isn't she? She's basically always been the same. I think she just plays Kathy Burke.
Yeah, and she's I really liked her in Nil by Mouth. She's brilliant in Nil by Mouth.
And that is so completely the opposite of everything else that she's ever done. Like, she's really well known for like Gimme 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 and
like comedy.
Waynetta and comedy and French and Saunders, all that. But,
Love, Honour and Obey.
Yeah, but that Nil by Mouth was completely different to anything she ever done, and she was amazing in that, and it was so believable. Like, you don't see her as the comic in that, do you? But and Ray Winston, I think that's what catapulted Ray Winston's career again, that film, because he was always in little bit parts. I remember seeing him as like a police officer, a prison officer in Birds of a Feather, or he'd be in the odd little comedy.
Scum.
Yeah, it was in Scum. It was big at the beginning, like he was in Scum and I think Quadrophenia. But then I think he then just was like, he done lots of sort of.
I think people knew him over here, but he didn't go international. I think Nil by Mouth really got him noticed internationally, because then he started doing things. Beowulf was a huge production, and he was in The Departed, Martin Scorsese's The Departed, with all-star cast, acting alongside Jack Nicholson and stuff like that. So and Sexy Beast, So
well, it's mad, isn't it? Because as I say, it's a similar sort of story. Because I was listening to that podcast the other day, the Pulp Fiction one, and John Travolta went through the same thing. He was like really big in the 70s. Then he went through, then he went through a bit of like just doing any sort of film. His biggest film in his sort of lower times was like Look Who's Talking kind of franchise. But then he got Pulp Fiction, and that catapulted him again. So it's the same with like Ray Winston. He was in Quadrophenia, he was in Scum. So he was like, he was like sort of rising up. Then he sort of just.
I think Nil by Mouth really got it.
That catapulted him. Yeah. Well, you could see like his range. Like, you didn't see that side of him so much. No. Although Scum, he's quite like that.
Yeah, but again, like you said, it was like late 70s. People looked and go, "He's a good actor. He's a good actor." But then didn't capitalise on it throughout the 80s. Yeah. There wasn't much of an audience for it. Whereas now, British films are now watched more in America, and Nil by Mouth, as I said, made a good impression around the world. It was Gary Oldman directed it.
Yeah.
And it's the only film he's ever directed, which surprised me, because I thought he'd done really well.
Yeah.
Also got Pat Evans, Pam St Clement in one of her first roles.
Did you recognise her in it? I mean, she's hard to spot, isn't
she? Yeah. She looks the same.
Exactly the same. Sounds exactly the same.
She was good for that role, because where she was the big burly sort of burlesque kind of.
Yeah. Like the tough sort of like the prison warden who's like the. Like the
screw who's sort of like
the Ginsberg.
Yeah, but she weren't like a typically mean one.
No.
I liked that she was mean to Kathy Burke when she kept going, "Oh, thanks for taking me off duty and stuff." And right, well, you're back on it tomorrow. She got on her nerves. That was good.
Report for insolence.
Dirty old slag, that's not fair.
Another report for dirty language.
Oh, fuck off, go wipe your ass.
That'll be a fine and 1 day in punishment. You'll eat in your cell.
Go fuck your nipples.
You're working yourself up into a week in the punny if you go on like this.
She can't help it, miss. She's wound up, isn't she?
In!
Go on, miss, let her off. She ain't done nothing wrong before.
Dirty bitch.
Can I get me plate, miss?
Who the fuck
Do what you usually do, Glenys. Catch one.
fucking big and dykey?
Oh, yeah, miss. I just want to say how great, Jane, that you took me off yard duty. I mean, it's not very nice to do that job, is it, with all them shit parcels? I mean, you wouldn't like doing it, would you?
You finished wearing my ears out, Glenys.
Well, I'm just saying, miss, I'm not ungrateful or nothing. I'm just saying that I'm pleased.
Right, you can go back on yard duty tomorrow. Got it?
Miriam Margolyes.
Margolyes, yeah. She's funny. She's a brilliant actress, and she's like, yeah. There's loads of faces in this that you go, I know her. You know, from like you wouldn't necessarily know a lot of their names, but you've seen them in so many other things.
Robbie Coltrane.
I think this is one of his first things. Yeah.
Hagrid. And did you notice the other bloke who was with him?
I recognise his face.
Brian Croucher. He was in EastEnders. He was Kathy Bill's brother, Ted.
Oh, okay.
Ted Hills, remember?
I can't remember that far back, but yeah.
The main girl in it, she was quite pretty. Was it Carol? She plays the Carol. Carol is the main girl, isn't it?
The long hair.
The one who drives the truck into the...
Yeah, you know what she looked like? She reminded me... Remember when we grew up in Booker Close? Remember Anna?
No.
You know Jackie and Anna? They lived a couple of doors along. She looked like her.
I remember Tammy.
Yeah, Tammy seems their sister.
Yeah, but that's the thing. I remember people my generation.
Oh, right. Well, she was only about... She was probably just...
Probably
George's age. Yeah,
probably.
right.
But again, when I was a kid, I was very much like... Oh, there's no girls in Booker Close for me to go out with. And someone would say, "What about Lucy?" I said, "No, she's too old. She's only like 2 years older than me." "What about Tammy?" "Oh, she's too young. She's 2 years younger than me." And when I was a child, it had to be my exact age.
Yeah, and there was no one.
No, so I used to get the urchin to put a wig on.
But there's I know Debbie Bishop's in it. Debbie Bishop, she plays the girlfriend that she goes in there for. And Debbie Bishop, she was in a lot of stuff in the 80s. She's in a film with Tim Curry, I think, called Blue Money or The Colour of Money or something.
Right, yeah, she was in Sid and Nancy.
And she was in the second series of Widows. She played one of the main characters, Bella, in Widows. So I knew her from that. And another actress in this, funny enough.
Sorry, very quickly, do you know what else she was in?
No, go on.
Party.
Oh, of course, yeah. She's a small part in Party. That's right, that's right.
Skirts.
And the other actress in this I want to comment on is she was a fantastic actress, and it was quite sad what happened to her. She's Eva Mottley. You will probably know her from Fools and Horses.
Who was she in this?
She played Denzil's wife.
Right. Oh, okay. And who was she in this?
She was in this. She was one of the, she's one of the just one of the inmates. Yeah, she's probably well known to a lot of people for being. Denzil's wife, in Fools and Horses, because she was only in one episode, and the reason
is it the one where they paint the room, the budget,
that's it,
right.
Corinne, and then she was in the very first series of Widows, and she played Bella in the first series of Widows, and then Debbie Bishop played Bella in the second series of Widows, and the reasoning for that is because she killed herself when she was 31 on Valentine's Day. And that's really sad. She was a really good... I mean, if you see the things that she's been in, she was like... And she's got quite a strong... like in Widows, she's quite... Like a very strong kind of character, like in Fools and Horses. She's like... She's really convincing as that kind of... That sort of battle-axey type of wife who won't take no shit. And also, John Sullivan, out of respect for her, didn't recast Denzil's wife, because he was going to have her as another
regular character.
Yeah. So, but then because when she died, he didn't recast her, so he just had her so that she left Denzil and that really. But she was a really good actress, and that's really sad sort of ending to
well, it says that in the months leading up to her death, Mottley had become depressed about losing her job and developed an addiction to cocaine and alcohol. Her addiction led to debts of 25 grand, which is equivalent to about 101 grand nowadays. And on Valentine's Day, her body was found in a Sherland Road flat in Maida Vale. Yeah, overdosed on alcohol and barbiturates, age 31.
Yeah.
She left one suicide note to her parents and another that was only partially legible. So she probably started writing that after she'd taken the stuff. That is really sad.
It is really sad. And she had so much potential, and that's the sad thing about it, because if you watched it, you never watched Widows, did you?
No.
Like in Widows, she was amazing.
What a side you are.
I'm on nobody's side, darling. You two want to have a cat fight? Go ahead. Only don't do it over me. Look, Mrs. Rawlins, whatever she told me, I just forgot. It's no skin off my back. Thanks for the coffee. Good night, Mrs. Rawlins.
Just a minute.
You talking to me, Mrs. Rawlins?
Yeah, yes I am.
Well, I've got a name. It's not slag and it's not tart. I don't like that. My name's Bella.
But then, and she's actually better than Debbie Bishop in Widows too, because she's that kind of really strong character. Debbie Bishop does a good job in Widows too, but she was a lot more believable as the character Bella in Widows. But yeah, so that's quite sad, really. But,
And do you know another fact about her? She had a 2-year relationship with David Bowie.
I heard that. Yeah, I did know that. Yeah.
Yeah, but she's actually surprised for the sake of the podcast.
Did she really?
Yeah.
Oh wow. All right. Anyway, yeah. So that's Eva Mottley. Yeah, she's a fantastic actress. I really liked her.
Yeah.
There was another. I'll tell you another person I noticed in it. I don't know her name in it, but she was like the screw, but she was like the nice kind of screw. She was like the one that would always.
What was the screw's name?
I don't know.
Was it
I don't
Kathleen?
know. I don't know. But I knew her from the 80s. She was in a series of adverts of Gold Blend where there was the two neighbours.
Oh, with what's his name? Head. Anthony Head.
Anthony Head, I think.
Hello. I'm sorry to bother you, but I'm having a dinner party and I've run out of coffee.
Come in.
Thank you.
Will Gold Blend be too good for your guests?
Oh, I think they could get used to it.
It's a very sophisticated coffee.
They have very sophisticated taste.
Do they?
Yes. Well, I must be getting back.
Now, golden roasted, richer, smoother, Nescafe Gold Blend.
Have you met your new neighbour yet? Oh, I've popped in for coffee.
So she had those for years, them adverts went on. You don't get adverts like that now, do you? They used to have things like that in the 80s. They used to have the Oxo, like the Bisto Mum.
Yeah.
And they would continue with the same family, like, all the time.
No, they don't now, because it's just everything's been streamlined. People don't have the attention span. And also, adverts aren't as... You don't have to watch adverts anymore. So it's hard to get people invested in them. You might glance and say, oh, have you seen the advert? No.
Yeah.
Because I don't sit there watching TV.
There was less channels as well back then, so adverts did mean a lot more.
Yeah, and that's why they would pay so much for the prime time. Like, say, during Coronation Street, there'll be this big advert, a 1 minute advert, and you go, oh, wow, did you see that advert? There's also Elizabeth Edmonds, no relation.
Who's she?
She is Kathleen in it. Sort of nice face one.
Oh, she's the nice one. It actually ends up with the bat. They think that she's battered her.
Yeah, which is a bit silly. She's been like a Holby City Doctor's Casualty.
Yeah.
Vera.
Yeah.
So the Bill EastEnders, she was in one episode.
And also, who's the main character? The main woman who's got the daughter.
The nutty one.
Yeah.
The one who keeps...
The type of bird that I can imagine you ending up with.
No, right, well, let's see. That was... Yeah, Chrissie Cotterill.
Yeah. But I've seen her in loads of stuff.
She was in like Keeping Mum.
Yeah, I see her in an episode of Birds of a Feather years ago, and she was in one of these actresses that would turn up in things. Oh, she's in Nil by Mouth. I ain't seen Nil by Mouth for such a long time. That might be one we have to do.
She was Paula in Nil by Mouth.
Right.
Yeah.
No, she's another actress that you know her face, but you didn't necessarily know her name. But yeah, so it's quite a good cast.
So what's the film about?
It's about it's like the female equivalent to the Ballstall film Scum. And they filmed it, they made it specifically for that reason. They thought, right, Scum was such a success, let's do like the female version of it. And it is very similar sort of storylines, characters. There's a lot of similarities in there. But it's just about like the life of a Ballstall really. And there's this girl gets herself put in there because her girlfriend's in there, but then her girlfriend's got another girlfriend in there, and they're quite nasty to her really, aren't they? the way they acted towards her.
Well, she's a bit of a prat anyway.
Yeah.
You know, it was a stupid thing, nicking that bloke's lorry and crashing it just to get with her girlfriend.
Yeah.
Stupid girl.
Yeah. So
I hated them. I hated all the women in it. They was all bloody... and they're at night, so they're talking out the window, I love you! And chucking things at each other. Oh, it was like a bunch of, like...
It is another... I'll tell you what it does remind me of. It's like, you know, when you look back and you romanticise the 80s, and then you look at things like this and you think, like, you know, this skanky little flat that she ends up with the bloke and all this. And, you know, you look and go, yeah it wasn't. It's like, you know, Rita Sue and Bob 2 and all that, you know, like when you sort of see there was the different side of the 80s.
And when people think, oh, I wish we could go back there, no, you don't. Because you always...
There was a lot of grimy. It was like really sort of like grey and poor, and no one had anything. And
I thought he said that song in it. Was it like, give me roses?
No, that's Prisoner Cell Block 8. You're missing it. You're messing out with the wrong one. Mixing up with the wrong one.
That was a women's prison thing. That's an Australian one.
I used to love that as well, though. I mean, that used to be on about 2 o'clock in the morning, randomly.
Well, thanks for the bashing, because that's just what I needed, a thump on the head, and neither of us knew it. Oh, yes, Margot. I'm back.
It was one of them things...
And you like bad girls.
Are you giving out cigarettes?
Cigarettes, miss?
Don't come all clever with me, Atkins. You know it's against the rules to give away your property.
Oh, and is it against the rules to show some Christian charity, miss?
I'm warning you. If I catch you again, you're going straight on report. So think twice.
I'll do that, miss. Twice.
I love bad girls. I love female prisoners.
I think you just like the idea of all the women being locked up.
Yeah,
because
I found them funny. I find them all funny. I find the characters
I know. It infuriates me. It's like when I watch EastEnders, and there's certain characters in EastEnders who are like these really sort of over the top, like, yeah, you want to mess with me kind of thing. It reminds me of people in my real life, and I just think I can't stand. I'm not like a chauvinistic pig, but there's nothing wrong with a woman being a little bit more sort of reserved and demure and ladylike and going, oh...
There's certainly not like that in this. And apparently a couple of them were from real... had been in real ball stalls. Which actually looked like... They all look like they could be in a ball stall. There's no one that stands out.
They're all supposed to be teenagers, aren't they?
Yeah.
It's like at the beginning when they sleep with that lorry driver...
Well, she looks quite young. The main girl with the long hair, she looks very young looking.
She looks very young.
And also Kathy Burke was 17 and she looks young. You know, but yeah, so you'd never seen this film before?
I've seen bits of it.
Oh, have you?
Well, yeah, because you used to watch it all the time.
I didn't watch it all the time. I did watch it a few times though. I mean, I'm one of these that if I liked a film... If I liked a film, I could watch it again.
Yeah, which is normal.
Yeah.
But I remember you'd show me bits of it. Go, look at this. And they flick the poo on her.
Oh, that is vile. That is just disgusting.
Why would you watch this? What horrible is that?
And it looks real as well. It looked like, you know, it's just like...
It was. It was real because they couldn't afford like fake poo.
Yeah. I'm interested to hear what you think about this film then.
No, I didn't really like it that much, I'll be honest. I mean, there was aspects of it which I'll tell you what I did like. I thought I could see why Kathy Burke sort of sprung from this. You could tell that she's a natural comedian and she was very talented, so she was due for things. I thought Pam St Clement was actually really good in it. You know, I thought that was a perfect role for her because whenever I only ever knew her as Pat Butcher in EastEnders. And there are aspects of it you think, well, if you want that kind of sort of gritty, depressing thing, that's fine. I didn't like their fights because it was just like, it don't feel
like, okay, you want some of this?
Yeah. And I just thought, they just feel like so infuriating. And I think it was also like, like one of the reasons I won't watch that Eden Lake.
Oh, no, because it's depressing.
I like justice in film sometimes. Not always. Sometimes it can work well if it's very clever. But some of the characters, like that one who just won't leave her alone because of her kid. No, she's going, I'm going to get you, and she keeps fighting her and stuff. And
you're going to get mangled, fucking mangled.
And she's going to she's chasing around that kitchen bit.
Yeah. And
then they run in as that dopey one, ooh, picking up the stick. It's like, you know, some of it, I found some of it a bit hard to watch. And as I said, it's their voices, so, especially when they're all shouting, and you're like, oh, God.
I'll tell you, just before I forget, There's another character in there that I don't know if you might recognise. She's like the head screw, like the governor.
Yeah.
Do you recognise her? No, don't bother looking at it. Just
Well, you know
can
her
you
name?
recognise her from? No, I don't know her name, but I know her from. She's Vivian's mum at The Young Ones.
Hello, Vivian.
Piss off!
That's no way to talk to your mother, Vivian.
All right then. Piss off, mum.
Oh, okay.
You remember
I remember
her, didn't
Vivian's
you?
mum.
Yeah, and she's the top screw, like the governor.
Yeah, as I said, I mean, it wasn't totally unwatchable, but I probably wouldn't watch it again unless, you made me watch it again.
No, it's not like, as I say, it ain't like a favourite film of mine or nothing, but it is. It's quite dark. I like the film. It's not really a thing that it's not the kind of thing I go to all the time. I mean, I haven't seen it for probably about 15, 20 years. But I remembered it, so I thought, I'd like to talk about that because it's a different type of film.
Well, I did always want to watch it.
It's probably got quite a cult classic as well because it's one of them types of films.
I think this is the other thing because I'm watching it, obviously, watching it for the first time in 2026. And it's loads of it is dated. And you can see it's a low budget as well. You can see.
Yeah, but I like that sometimes. I think it gives a realism to it, like with Rita Sue and Bob too.
But what I'm saying is, if I'd watched it years ago, I'd probably be more forgiving of it. I'd be like, oh, I like
it's
that.
got some funny little bits in it. It's got some really funny little one-liners and some good little characters. There is characters that really wind you up, and you just feel like, oh, she's vile and she's vile.
You grasped on me, didn't you? Didn't you? You wanted to be in here. You wanted to be in here with your fucking dyke boyfriend. Well, I'm going to get you for this. I tell you, I'm going to get mangled. Fucking mangled.
But saying that, see, like Scum, for example. I like Scum, but not enough that it's something I'd watch a lot. I wouldn't watch it unless we'd done it. Say if we was doing it for a podcast, I'd go, okay, I'll watch Scum and stuff. And there's classic lines in it and stuff, but it's not necessarily one of my favourite films. I don't know if it's a thing about prison films. Like, whenever I see prison films, I always think I'd like to be in solitary confinement.
Yeah.
I'd try and get in there because I can't stand the people in those systems.
Yeah, they're not feel good films, are they? These prison kind of ones. They are sort of.
No, but then you could get like one, say, like a Shawshank Redemption.
Right, I was thinking that, yeah. It's different.
There's things with imprisonment where you think, oh, there's a bit of justice in this.
Yeah.
And I like that the good guy win kind of thing. But when it's just like, you see these horrible entitled people who, going,
and they will like prey on someone weak, and that's always the way. Like in Scum, with the boy in the potting shed, who's raped by the one out of Party.
Well, that's the other thing. Yeah, but this is the other thing with this, like in Scrubbers, there's that girl kills herself.
Yeah.
Did they acknowledge it?
That's what I'm saying. There's nothing
I
really
watched
said
it,
about it.
and I thought, this is going to be one of those moments that, because in Scum,
it's
when
never
it
mentioned.
happens, when he cuts his,
Yeah.
it's like there's a moment of silence, and they'll get angry and they riot because of it. But in Scrubbers, it happens, and they're all just like, "I love you," and I think, has no one found her yet? I kept expecting maybe they just haven't looked in her cell yet, but then eventually I thought, no, it's just they've killed her off and no one cares, and it was quite depressing. You think that poor girl, the one with the pigeon, isn't it?
She's the one that says that line. You wouldn't be able to say that now, and she says to her about the jam jar, I think. We couldn't get away with that.
You could
now.
put it in here.
No, I'm not thinking that.
And loads of the crew on this were the same crew who worked on Scum anyway.
Yeah.
So you can see it is like the sister film to Scum. So if you liked Scum, chances are you probably would really like this.
Yeah.
As I said, I'm not the biggest fan of Scum. There's aspects of it I like. There's classic lines like "Where's your tool?" and stuff like that. And the bit where he has the billiard balls is there's bits where you think,
it's a good film, but it is also a very dark kind of film as well, which isn't. A lot of the time when you put a film on, you want something that's going to sort of lift you up.
Yeah.
That isn't a kind of like same with this film really. It ain't the kind of film that's going to lift you up. It's quite dark in places, but apparently they cut a lot of scenes out of this as well when they edited it because there was some really dark parts in this. Yeah, there was some really dark bits.
I think it would have done it a favour if they'd left it in, because I feel Scum is slightly darker, slightly more violent. I felt the violence.
And there's less humour in Scum though. I think they've got a couple of like humorous little bits in this.
Yeah.
Like from what I remember, Scum is the characters in there are not. There's no like comedy relief. I don't think.
Yeah.
From what I remember, I mean, it's been years since I've seen that film as well. That's another like 20 odd years, maybe 30 odd years since I've seen that.
Mm.
You know,
but yeah. So what is it? Doreen, the character.
Doreen.
Yeah, that's Debbie Bishop.
Yeah.
She's the one who.
Yeah, she's the girl that she's gone in for.
But she's the one who she said that she replaced.
She replaced Eva Mottley. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she replaced her in Widows. So Widows come out, I think, about 83, 84. And it was, remember, we had 3 channels back then. And it was fantastic. It was such a gritty, it's about 4 wives of bank robbers that their husbands all get killed and then they decide to take it over. And it is definitely worth watching. Even to today, it's very 80s. It's brilliant, Widows, brilliant. There's 2 series of it. And it's like they do the bank robbery themselves.
Yeah.
And,
see, again, the Widows
characters are really good.
I watched that and it never I watched it just I think you might have recommended it. I thought I'll watch the whole series and I watched it and I just thought, okay, it doesn't really speak to me. I don't know why, but certain things,
Yeah, but you get that.
It's like if I was saying to you, right, next week we're going to do Iron Man. You'd watch it and you go,
but
it's not for me.
Like with this film for you, it's not for you. I mean, I like the film. It's not like one of my favourite films, but it's a film that I did remember years ago, and I liked it years ago. And I think also the fact that it's got so many sort of faces in it as well, and some funny little lines and stuff. That it's something I wanted to do a podcast on.
Yeah, no, listen. The thing is, I'm glad I watched it because it was on my list of films I want to watch. So I'm glad I watched it, even if it, I might have watched it another time and thought, actually, yeah, this is really funny, like maybe if I was stoned or something. So we don't know exactly how old they're supposed to be, because as I was saying, the truck driver picks them up.
Yeah, I think Ballstall, I think it's up to 18, is it? Like Ballstalls and...
But was she married previously, the one with the baby?
Yeah, she wasn't she?
Yeah.
She could have got married at 16.
Yeah.
And she's still married.
Back to Gretna.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the writer that actually wrote the scripts, wrote the film, he disowned the film Scrubbers because he said that they'd changed so much out of it and the final cut missed the point of his actual script. So there must have been scenes in there that, I suppose, if he's telling a story, there might have been certain things in there that he's thought you've missed the whole point of it. Sometimes that can happen. So it'd be quite interesting to see what these bits would have been.
Yeah, and I wonder why.
And what would have been missed from it? Because I mean, I'm only seeing it from watching what we see on.
Because they might have had pressure.
Released.
They might have had pressure in the studio saying, "Listen, we want to air this on TV." And because Scum famously was shot twice, wasn't it? It was first of all, it was like I think it was shot as a TV film, and then they reshot the entire film.
Oh right, they didn't just add scenes to it.
No, it was like a couple of years later. They reshot the entire film with the same actors. So Ray Winston again, and Phil Daniels. Is it Phil Daniels?
Phil Daniels, yeah.
Yeah. I always say Phil Davis when I mean Phil Daniels and vice versa.
But they've been into a few films together, haven't they? But yeah, that's Phil Daniels.
Yeah. So it might be one of those things. They're like, look, rather than do that, why don't we shoot this so that it can be shown on Channel 4, 8 o'clock in the evening, and we'll sort of cut out certain bits,
Well, this was 82, so it's been before Channel 4.
We've heard about this new channel, Channel 4, that's coming out. So why don't we... Okay, well, whatever it had been, ITV, which is even more... I mean, in fairness, Channel 4 used to be more risky, didn't it? Channel 4 used to be...
Oh, that was the one, that was the risky
early
one.
90s, things with, like, Eurotrash and... Was it The Word?
Yeah. It was quite funny.
Even this morning thing, Big Breakfast.
Oh, that was good.
I really like that.
That was brilliant. So you ain't got nothing like that in the daytime now. You've got bloody Lorraine Kelly.
You know what I thought would be actually quite interesting? Channel 4, they show in the morning, they'll have Frasier and Raymond or whatever. But say, like, in the morning, when you got, like, Good Morning on and always have a crap that's on.
They're both the same.
You know what they can
BBC,
do?
ITV, it's just rubbish. They're their morning shows.
You can't recreate that sort of sensibilities they had back then. What I would do if I was in charge of Channel 4... Every morning, I would show an old episode of, say, Big Breakfast. And you'd go, right, here we are, 1996, blah, blah.
But do you think
I think
people would watch it
I
now?
think they would, because I started watching one the other day and I thought, oh my God, it's so funny. They're saying the headlines and stuff.
Hello?
Hello.
Oh my God! Is that
Good
you?
morning.
Hello there, it's George Michael! George, we're loving you here. How are you this morning?
I'm fine, thanks. Just getting ready for Christmas. How are you, darling?
I'm very well, thank you. I'm feeling very festive this morning. Are you watching?
I am watching,
Have a look
yeah.
at these.
Can I have a look at your...
She was brilliant. Denise Van Outen and Johnny Vaughan together, they worked really well together.
So that was a couple of years of them two. I would just show that and say it's like, it'd be 30 years after it was first aired. So say if they started showing it next year, and they're saying like, just the Johnny Vaughan and Denise Van Outen bit, and just show that every morning. I guarantee people would watch that. They'd be watching this morning.
I'd watch that rather than the other two.
Because especially like you were saying, when people have rose-tinted glasses on the past, they'd look back and go, oh, good, and they're talking about the Euro 96. Or
It might actually lift
about...
people up a bit, and they might look and go, you know what, why can't we go back to that?
Yeah.
And I know it is rose-tinted glasses, but things weren't perfect, but
There
maybe
was-
it is a generational thing. Maybe generations before us looked at our generation in the 80s and all that, as though, oh, look, this is disgusting now, the place has gone downhill. But
well, they did, yeah. It's notorious. Every generation.
No, I think this new generation, these ones that's all bloody demanding, you call us this, you do this, you do this. I guarantee, right, wait and see, another 30, 40 years' time when you're being dictated to by the new generation, you can't say this, you can't say that, then you're going to realise. That's the only time you're going to realise exactly what's going on and exactly hang on a minute, we don't know everything, you know. We just have to accept that some things just change, and I just have to keep my mouth shut about stuff, I think.
No, but the other thing is, I would say, it's only a small amount of people, even in the new generation, who are actually like that. I think if you actually sit down and talk to them, loads of them are a lot more easygoing.
Their followers, a lot of them followers, they don't even know why they feel the way they do. It's because everyone else stuff, they want to be different. It's like attention and all that stuff.
You get people our age and older.
Of course you do.
But what I think it is say like you get algorithms. If you're looking at depressing things and
mine's changed now. I used to look at all like dark stuff and not dark stuff, but I'd be like, there's things like about the news and what's going on in the world and the country, and it would just wind me up. But now my algorithms changed because I don't look at a lot of that stuff now.
Exactly. And I think that's what people need to do.
And that's what you do need to do. I don't watch the news. I don't read newspapers. And I find that my life is a lot better without knowing. I mean, if there's anything I need to know, I'm sure someone will tell me. Yeah. But in the meantime, I don't want to listen to the bullshit because a lot of that stuff that you see on mainstream media is rubbish anyway. You don't understand. I don't know what to believe. And also, even on both sides of the argument with social media, like there's the far right, the far left, whatever. There's bullshit on both sides. So it's like I believe this, I believe that. I pick what I tend to believe, and what I see with my own eyes is what I go along with. But I try not to pay too much attention to it because it is just depressing. But hopefully it all changes. Regarding getting back to this film, apparently they encourage a lot of improvisation as well, and they would also leave the cameras rolling, and sometimes they would pick up the odd conversation or the odd one line or a scene, and they'll think, oh, hang on, we're going to use that. Yeah. So that's quite good. I like improvisation. That's like Mike Leigh sort of style.
Yeah.
That he gives them a story, he gives them a subject they're talking about. You've got to get to this point by this point, but in the meantime, you can sort of fill bits in, and I think it gives the actors a chance to create this character even more, you know, because it can give them a backstory. You know, that's what I like about a bit of improvisation. Pam St Clement and Miriam Margolyes reportedly shot more scenes showing ideological differences among the staff, but they were cut for pacing. See, that would have been good because they were both good in it. You know, Miriam Margolyes and Pam St Clement, so it's a shame that they cut them down. And a scene showing a daily strip search procedure was removed because it skirted too close to exploitation territory.
See, no, but I think that would have been interesting. Because that's obviously something that happens in prisons. They do strip searches. That would have set it apart a little bit. You know, have something uncomfortable, because that is one of the most intrusive things that you can do to someone, is to sort of go, we're going to strip search you, and you think
and you've got no powers in place like that.
Exactly, and it's tantamount to like a sexual assault, but it's not because the law is saying no, we're allowed to do this because this is the law. We're not getting off on this, honest, and you still think, I feel really uncomfortable.
And a lot of them are getting off on it, and that's the thing that you don't like.
But
and
you
the thing
can't prove it.
No. Like the latest people do strip searches. Have you seen the strip searches now? Like in the airports, they go right up like to blokes and all that. They go right up their legs and they pat down their front and all this kind of stuff now. So I didn't think you was allowed to go anywhere near genitalia area, but I'm thinking a lot of them.
It's just you that doing it.
I think that like a lot of them, some of them people, okay, will just be doing it, but I'm sure there could be people that going, well, I want that job. I don't know. I don't know.
As I said, it's never happened to me.
No.
Or anyone I know.
No, I've seen it. I've seen videos of it. I don't know if it's a new thing, but
well, maybe it's the videos you're watching. It's the algorithms again.
No. There was a more graphic bullying sequence. They filmed a version which was reportedly harsher and longer than what appears in the final cut. It was trimmed heavily due to concerns about excessive cruelty.
Again, it's stupid. If they'd left things,
it's that kind of film anyway, so they should have really left it.
You can't sort of just like tentatively. It's like if you was doing a film, World War II film about the Holocaust. You can't just sort of skirt around it. You have to show the horrors. Yeah. And I think it would have been much better and much more acclaimed if they'd said these are the full horrors of these poor young girls, what they have to go to, because ball stalls were actually closed. I think the year after
it got criticised by bullshit because it was. I think that's a problem. I think that's one of the reasons why they cut a lot of stuff is because they was getting complaints from ball stalls saying as though.
But this is it. Ball stalls actually got closed the year after this film came out, and they changed it. There's now young women's things. They changed the whole system. And this, if it had gone full throttle, had the strip search, had the bullying, had all this stuff, they could have taken more credit to the closure of ball stalls. But I think it would have had more critical acclaim. And I think as uncomfortable as the film would have been, at least I'm going, well, at least it's going full on. It's not sort of going, we're being a little bit mean, but nothing's going to happen. Yeah. You know, as I said, I was disappointed there was no reaction to that woman's suicide.
Yeah,
there should have been someone cry for
it. It feels like something's missing there.
Yeah,
because it doesn't. They don't even acknowledge it, and it's like they don't even care.
Yeah, you do.
Which is also quite sad that no one cares.
Because you could have even just having the screw up and then all go, oh my god, something like that, and then cut to like a random prisoner sort of being silent. Yeah. Something to show human life is worth. But the fact that and this is what annoys me, because those characters, the fact that not a single one of them had any acknowledgement afterwards, made me hate the characters even more. I thought, that's out of order. I know you're in prison, I know you're young and all this stuff, but one of you should have gone, that poor girl and that poor pigeon, you know.
So that's why you liked her, because she had the pigeon. That'd have been you. But the fight scene between Annetta and Carol was a lot more brutal. There was a more extended version of it shot, but test audiences found it uncomfortable to watch. It was a lot more
visceral.
Yeah, there was a lot more violence in it. So,
which they could have done with, as I said, the few fight scenes we see in it, I just felt that it was a little bit like you might see on stage, like some a bit dramatic over the top. I'd like to have seen some more authentic, because this is one thing I think Scum has over it, when you've got those violent scenes.
They look real.
But then again, you've talked, like we've just said, Ray Winston, arguably one of the greatest London actors, like that sort of working class actors, and when he done that scene, you can imagine it felt really brutal. He knew what he was doing in that situation, you know, and so it feels more real. Like when he smacks the balls round to Phil Daniels' head, then goes up, smashes the bloke's head into the sink. It's really brutal, full on. When he's having the fight and he's got the tool and everything, it feels real. Whereas this, it felt like they was holding back a little bit.
Yeah. There's a deleted subplot about an inmate's self-harm, which they deemed was too bleak and removed early in editing.
Didn't they touch upon that? I thought there was a little bit.
There was a woman, she going, I've got this scar from here and there's this scar, I cut myself. And they look really ropey though, didn't they? A lot of them girls.
Which they should do.
Like they look proper.
Like those kind of people in that situation. I ain't got a problem with the casting.
No, the casting's brilliant, because they all look...
Again, all these things, it feels as if...
There's missing a trick.
If you put all that stuff back in there, I think it could really elevate the film even more so, you know? Yeah.
Because the acting was good by a lot of them.
Yeah, by and large.
Like some of the fight scenes, I know what you mean, when she's standing there, like they're dancing around, and you're looking going, if they was that kind of rough kind of girls like the way they are, they would literally just be proper ripping into each other.
This is the thing, you
biting and scratching and punching.
You didn't see that much hair pulling, and you'd have thought girls go really sort of try and rip chunks out of other girls' hair, because they know.
And you'd see them afterwards, all scratches and all that on their faces and things like that. You would have thought.
Could be remade possibly, but it would have to be a period piece.
Yeah, but I don't think you can really make something like that now.
No, probably not.
You know, because people won't acknowledge it. It's moved on so far from that now.
No,
you know?
But it might have been the catalyst for other sort of prison dramas like the ones you've said that you like Bad Girls, for example. Because although I think Cell Block H was 70s.
See, I always liked 70s Prison Cell Block H was started in the 70s. But so I love all that. I love the female. So male prison thing wouldn't appeal to me, but a female prison. So I think because they can be even more cruel.
See, Cell Block H, I don't remember because I never watched it, but I remember you watching it. I remember that music.
Yeah.
You piss my teeth, you lousy bitch!
Was it this or was it Bad Girls where someone was locked away for they'd gone away for Christmas and they found all her fingernails dug into the walls?
No, that was
Bad Girls.
Bad Girls, and it was Shirley Carter.
Oh,
it was her. She played Yvonne Atkins, and what it was, she tried to escape one time, and Fenner, the horrible screw, he sort of followed her, and he was following her down these dark tunnels that no one ever uses. She went to a room, she opened it up, went in there, but it was bricked up, and so she couldn't get out. But then he pulled the door behind her and locked her, so he just left her in there to rot, right underneath where the prison is, so no one could hear her, no one could see her. It was a horrible death.
Shit.
Bye-bye, Atkins. Don't bother screaming. You might want to save on the oxygen.
That's horrible. That's
death.
traumatising.
Yeah.
So what happened?
And that was the very last episode of the series. Everyone's going, "Oh my god, what's going to happen in the next series?" And then she was found early in the next series, but her body was just rotted away in there, and she had all fingernails, scratches and stuff, but then they covered it up somehow.
Oh, see that? But that kind of thing is what you need in things like that to make you.
Bad Girls was brilliant. Bad Girls was really, really good, and that was really funny as well. It had some fantastic characters
but I'm not
in it.
watching Bad Girls.
Oh, you should.
I know it's not for me.
Yeah, you should. It's brilliant.
Yeah.
It was actually filmed in a real abandoned ball store as well.
Oh.
So that's it does look like that, and it does look, and it's so sort of cold and like old schools, the way they were made. Yeah, I wanted you to watch this film because it's something different.
Because I made you watch Bullworth.
Yeah, Final Revenge. No, but it's something different, isn't it? It's nice to. I like the fact that we're looking at different films. And there's a film I'm thinking about us doing as well, which is another genre that we've never done, and it's a film that I really loved years ago. I've not seen it for years, and it's a French film, and it's called Betty Blue.
Yeah, I want to watch Betty Blue.
Oh right, okay.
Because
I'll do that
all
one
I know
time.
about it is that weird clown music that was on the soundtrack.
Yeah.
And you got a poster of it as well.
I got a poster of it,
and I thought, I like.
Yeah, it was quite popular over here. No. But it's a film that we will cover. So I thought, and that's interesting because it's a French film as well. And I always think, subtitles, but you end up just not realising you're reading it.
I like watching foreign films.
Yeah.
There's actually a French film called Le Haine, which I'd like to do at one point. But I'm going to wait till I'll wait till you do Betty Blue. That'll be our foreign movie month.
Yeah, because it's nice to mix it up, and also another one I want to do a bit more like with the like puppety sort of things. Like I like the idea of like Mad Monster Party and also Meet the Feebles. I definitely want to do Meet the Feebles.
Peter Jackson's best film.
Yeah, it's brilliant.
Better than Lord of the Rings, I think.
Was it Peter Jackson?
Yeah.
Brilliant film. Film.
Did you ever see Frighteners?
No.
That was quite good. He made that. That was Michael J. Fox. And he was like a paranormal investigator, and he's got these ghosts helping. It's very dark. It's very Tim Burton-esque.
Okay.
But it's worth watching as well.
Okay.
Anyway, what did this get on IMDb?
On IMDb, this got 5.6 out of 10. So that's not bad, really, for IMDb.
Yeah.
Rotten Tomatoes, it didn't get a rating at all by the critics. So it's probably because
they walked out.
But by the audience, it got 43%, so it's not really doing well on Rotten Tomatoes.
No, as I said, it feels as if there is a good film there. This is me from someone who didn't really enjoy it as much. It feels like there is remnants of a good film there. And when you told me about the things that cut out, I thought, you know what? I think that really would have made it a film. I've gone, oh, that was brutal, that film, Ben. I really like that.
But I think that's what it is, that you've got someone there going, oh no, that's too much. Oh, you can't have that, you can't have that, you can't show this, you can't show that. And then that's probably the reason why the director, the writer, he dissociates himself from the scripts, because for the film,
maybe
the
Nanny was the producer. Oh boy,
you can't have that in there. Yeah, no, but that's what I'm saying. Sometimes someone's gone there and gone, no, you can't use that, you can't do this, you can't do that. You know. So
what was the budget?
The budget was £600,000. I don't know how much it made.
That's not bad for like even back then for a feature film. 600,000. I think that's good. You know, it's good to sort of make a film for that small amount of money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was 82, so that's a lot of money still. But yeah, no, so that was Scrubbers.
Yeah.
So, Charlie, what are we doing next week?
Right, I'll get you back.
Go on.
This has a bit of a prison thing in it as well. From 2002, The Count of Monte Cristo.
Never heard of that.
Now, The Count of Monte Cristo, you've heard of it. You've heard that, not heard anyone say it before. I don't read because my ADHD, I can't concentrate in a book.
I think I've got that as well, but I think we all self-diagnose ourselves.
No, I've been diagnosed. I try reading books. I've only read about 4 books in my adult life. But I know the books I love. I know that my favourite book would be A Christmas Carol, because I love that story. I know my second favourite book would be The Count of Monte Cristo.
Does your attention span sort of like while you're reading something, then you start thinking about something else and go, hang on a minute, I need to reread that. I'm like that.
Yes.
If I'm not interested in something, my brain starts just going, drifting off somewhere else.
No, exactly.
All the time. And that's why I do interrupts a lot as well, because I have to say what I'm thinking, otherwise I forget it.
I know.
And it's really frustrating.
I think
I try not to do it so much.
Mum's probably patient zero. You know, but yeah, I someone who I know who works with children with ADHD. She said, I think you. Let me test you. She tested me and she said you're very highly. Yeah. I think that's what she said. I weren't paying attention. But, no, The Count of Monte Cristo. It's got Guy Pearce, Jim Caviezel all in it. I love that film. I remember watching it, and it really sort of kept me gripped all the way through it. It's an interesting story, so it's best not to sort of learn about the story.
I won't read nothing about it, and I'll just watch it.
And now there's been multiple versions of it.
So what year is it?
This one is 2002. 2002, and it's got Guy Pearce in it. You know, from Neighbours.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'll be interested to see what you think of it.
Okay.
Alexandre Dumas was the writer.
Okay. Cool.
I think I'm saying his name properly.
Okay.
No, great film.
Yeah. Well, thank you for listening, and this is it's our first ever Just That Film podcast now. So yeah, once again, if you want to email us about any film suggestions, that is justthatfilm@gmail.com. And yeah, please follow us on Instagram and TikTok, and
we're on Spotify
and YouTube. YouTube's the best, really, I think, because you've got the visual for YouTube.
Yeah.
So you can there's sometimes little funny little clip bits you put up and stuff in it.
Yeah.
So.
And you feel free to email us if there's films you'd like us to look into. We'll give an honest opinion, and we'll say what we think of it.
Definitely. Well, thanks again for listening, and we will catch up with you next week. See you later. Bye bye.
And share. Bye.